Think you've already conquered all the best games out there? Think again. Hidden in the shadows of mainstream hits lie five unforgettable gems you might have completely missed. From a spine chilling alien horror that slipped through the cracks to a criminally underrated zombie massacre that deserves a second shot, these games are more than just a nostalgic trip. They're pure adrenaline. We're diving deep into eerie atmospheres, intense gameplay, and mind blowing behind the scenes secrets you never saw coming. Buckle up. It's time to rediscover the greatness you didn't know you were missing. Three species, one brutal war, and one of the most pulse pounding, nerve shredding FPS experiences ever unleashed. If you've never stepped into the blood soaked boots of a Marine, stalked prey as the cloaked predator, or scurried through vents as a wall crawling alien, then you're missing out on one of the most chaotic and unforgettable rides in sci fi horror history. Here's why this cult classic still has players sweating bullets decades later. 1. Three full length campaigns. Not just reskins. Each species brings a radically different playstyle, from stealthy predator hunts to chaotic alien ambushes to the sheer panic of surviving as a fragile human. It's like playing three games in one twisted universe. Number 2, revolutionary dynamic lighting. Long before it was standard, this game threw players into pitch black corridors, lit only by flickering flares, shaky shoulder lights, and the cold green glow of night vision or thermal scans. Every shadow could be your doom. 3, you get to rip out spines as the predator. Cloak, climb, scan, and strike. With thermal vision, razor-sharp wrist blades, and that chilling voice mimicry, playing as the predator feels as lethal and cinematic as the movies ever did. Before, the alien can crawl anywhere, walls, ceilings, vents. Nowhere is off limits. The disorienting movement turned every level into a horror maze where you are the monster, but it's easy to get lost in the darkness. 5. The Marine campaign is horror FPS at its finest. Limited ammo, constant dread, and that motion tracker, just a slow rhythmic beep, beep, until suddenly it spikes and something is already behind you. Number 6. It was too intense for some players. No joke, some people couldn't finish it. Panic, darkness, and jump scares pushed players past their limit, especially on the Marine side. 7. It was banned in multiple regions. The gore and violence were so over the top, it crossed the line for censors. This wasn't just a game, it was a controversy. 8. It's still alive today, thanks to mods. Hardcore fans continue to enhance it with HD textures, restored multiplayer, and even full campaign overhauls. It's a labor of love and horror. 9. Voice acting was sparse by design. No over-explaining, no banter, just the sound of your breath, distant screeches, and that lonely ambient dread. Silence was its greatest weapon. 10. It helped shape the future of horror gaming. Many elements found in Alien, Isolation, and other modern horror titles trace their DNA back to this masterpiece. It didn't just scare players, it influenced an entire genre. Still think you've seen it all? Think again. This isn't just a game. It's a survival trial wrapped in sci-fi horror glory. Are you brave enough to revisit the nightmare? Everyone raves about Arkham Asylum. Everyone praises Arkham City. But what if the best story in the entire Batman Arkham series was quietly hiding in plain sight, buried beneath the shadow of its more famous siblings? It's time to give Arkham Origins the recognition it deserves. Because this isn't just a prequel. It's one of the most emotionally charged, stylish, and underrated Batman games ever made. Here's why Arkham Origins might just be the dark horse masterpiece of the Arkham saga. 1. The origin of the Dark Knight. Raw and unrefined. This is Bruce Wayne at his most reckless and human. No legend, no myth, just a young man in a cape trying to survive Christmas Eve with a target on his back and something to prove. Number 2, the Black Mask Fake Out. What starts as a straightforward crime thriller explodes into a psychological roller coaster when the Joker hijacks the narrative. The twist doesn't just change the villain, it flips the entire tone of the game on its head. 3. Troy Baker's Joker is terrifyingly good. In a bold move, Troy Baker steps into the clown's twisted shoes and nails it. Many fans claim his performance rivals and at times mirrors Mark Hamill's iconic portrayal, a Joker both familiar and frighteningly new. Number 4. Alfred vs. Bruce, one of the most powerful scenes in the series. When the loyal butler pleads with Bruce to stop before it destroys him, it's not just emotional, it's chilling. This isn't just a superhero story, it's a tragedy in the making. 5. Innovative gadgets made their debut here. Shock gloves, remote claw, concussion detonators, all tools that changed gameplay dynamics and even inspired mods in later games. Arkham Origins wasn't just following the formula, it was rewriting it. 6. A snow-blanketed Gotham drenched in noir atmosphere. Set during a bleak, lonely Christmas, the city feels colder, darker, and more cinematic than ever. This isn't just Gotham, it's Gotham at its most haunted. 7. A rogues gallery like no other. 8 deadly assassins are sent to take Batman down in one night. Deathstroke, Firefly, Bane, Copperhead. It plays like a full-blown DC crossover event wrapped in gritty detective noir. Number 8. Boss battles that hit. Whether it's the intense tactical duel with Deathstroke or the high-stakes aerial inferno against Firefly, Origins delivered some of the tightest, most cinematic fights in the franchise. 9. Crafted by a new team, but full of heart, WB Games Montreal took the reins from Rocksteady and delivered a love letter to the Dark Knight's formative years. One that dared to take emotional risks and flesh out Bruce's psyche. Number 10. From overlooked to beloved. Once dismissed as a side story, fans are now reanalyzing Arkham Origins as the sleeper hit of the series. With time, distance, and a growing cult following, it's finally getting the praise it always deserved. So maybe you thought you knew Batman's story, but Arkham Origins peels back the legend to reveal the man beneath the mask. Flawed, driven, and fighting for more than just justice. It's not just an origin, it's a reckoning. Forget tanks, forget fighter jets, forget the front lines of traditional warfare. This is Battlefield like you've never seen it before, where sirens scream louder than missiles, badges flash instead of dog tags, and the battlefield is a city on the brink. Welcome to Battlefield Hardline, the most cinematic, stylish, and criminally underrated entry in the entire series. If you skipped it, it's time to suit up and re-enter the fray. Here's why Hardline was ahead of its time, and why it's finally getting the respect it deserves. 1. From war zones to crime scenes, Hardline rips Battlefield out of the military trenches and drops it into the gritty world of cops, criminals, and corruption. You're not a soldier, you're a detective in over your head, and everyone's got something to hide. It plays like a TV crime drama. Structured in episodic chapters, complete with next time on cliffhangers, it feels like binge-watching a gritty Netflix series. Every mission feels like a new episode, pushing the plot deeper into betrayal, lies, and explosive twists. 3. You can arrest, not just kill. Flash your badge, hold your gun steady, and issue a takedown. Hardline rewards stealth and precision, letting you clear entire levels without firing a bullet. It's a bold change in pace for a franchise built on chaos. 4. A cast of legit TV stars. This isn't your average voiceover gig, with talent like Kelly Hu, the Scorpion King, Arrow, and Eugene Bird, Bones, 24. The performances elevate the narrative far beyond typical shooter fare. 5. A love letter to 80s and 90s crime classics. Heavily inspired by Heat, Miami Vice, and Bad Boys, Hardline oozes style. Neon lights, synthy tension, and high-speed chases make every level feel like an interactive action movie. 6. Heist multiplayer was pure adrenaline, stealing millions or stopping the getaway. Tight maps, fast movement, and explosive ambushes made this mode a chaotic masterpiece that still holds up today. 7. Grappling hooks and zip lines before it was cool. Years before Warzone added verticality, Hardline let you scale buildings and escape firefights in cinematic style. It wasn't just run and gun, it was up, down, across, and through. 8. It launched at a difficult time. Releasing during heightened tensions around police violence in the real world, Hardline was met with backlash, but behind the controversy was a smart, stylized experience that got lost in the noise. 9. That soundtrack? Straight. From rock to rap to synth-heavy bangers, the licensed tracks made every car chase, every shootout, every betrayal feel bigger. This wasn't just a game, it had vibes. 10. Once dismissed, now a cult classic. At launch, it was mocked for being too different. Now, it's respected for daring to break the formula. Hardline took risks, and that's exactly why it stands out today. So yeah, maybe you skipped it, maybe you dismissed it, but Battlefield Hardline isn't just another shooter. It's a high-stakes, high-style, high-drama action thriller in disguise. Dust off the badge, load up, and dive into the Battlefield game that dared to be different and nailed it. What if your own home turned against you? What if every creak in the floorboards, every whisper in the dark wasn't just your imagination, but a message from something ancient, angry, and very real. The beast inside isn't just horror, it's a harrowing descent into the unraveling threads of memory, legacy, and a truth too terrifying to bury. This is a story where the past claws its way into the present, and sanity is just one mystery away from slipping through your fingers. Here's why The Beast Inside is one of the most overlooked, spine chilling experiences in modern horror gaming. 1. Dual timelines, double the dread. Jump between two doomed men, separated by a century but connected by blood and trauma. In 1979, you're a CIA cryptanalyst during the Cold War. In the 1800s, you're a tormented innkeeper with secrets rotting beneath the floorboards. Two timelines, one shared nightmare. 2. Puzzles that actually challenge you. Forget hand-holding. From deciphering coded messages in a dusty attic to solving layered riddles in abandoned barns, this game dares you to think and rewards you with deeper immersion in its twisted narrative. 3. Cold War paranoia meets supernatural horror. Espionage, secret files, and Soviet fear blend seamlessly with occult dread. Just when you think it's all about spies, the walls begin to bleed and the past rises with claws. Number 4. The mansion is alive. Not literally, but close. Its groans, flickering lights, and shifting architecture make it feel sentient. Every step feels watched. Every room hides something unspeakable. It's not just a setting, it's your captor. 5. An indie miracle. Created by a passionate small team, The Beast Inside punches well above its weight with visuals and storytelling that rival AAA titles, and in some areas even surpass them. 6. Photorealistic lighting that fools your brain. Candlelight dances. Lanterns cast shadows that breathe. The darkness doesn't just hide things, it builds them in your mind. Your eyes start to betray you. 7. True psychological horror. There are jump scares, yes, but that's not what will haunt you. It's the growing uncertainty, the whispers, the memories that might not be yours. It's the fear that you're not alone, even in your own head. 8. Sound that gets under your skin. Every drawer creak, every page flip, every distant knock makes your pulse spike. Even silence is weaponized, stretched until it snaps. 9. Your choices shape your fate. With multiple endings, your investigation isn't just for show. Who you trust, what you uncover, and how far you're willing to go. It all determines how the nightmare ends, or if it ever really does. But 10. A haunting central question. What if your ancestors' sins aren't just history, but a curse passed down in blood? What if what haunts the house is you? The Beast Inside isn't just a game. It's a gothic, time-twisting descent into generational trauma and personal collapse. It dares to tell a smarter horror story, dares to make you doubt every truth you uncover, and when it finally shows you the full picture, you may wish it had stayed buried. Ready to unlock the door? Just don't look behind you. You're outgunned, outnumbered, trapped in the middle of nowhere while wave after wave of undead monsters close in, but you're not going down without a fight, because this isn't just another zombie game. This is a tactical, bullet-fueled, trap-laden war for survival. Welcome to a game where brains meet bullets, and every second counts. Here's why this chaotic masterpiece might just be your next undead obsession. 1. Tower defense meets first-person carnage. Imagine the fast-paced gunplay of Call of Duty Zombies fused with the strategic depth of They Are Billions. You're not just blasting, you're building, defending, and adapting under pressure. 2. Play as iconic survivors with attitude. Choose from a roster of distinct characters, each with their own skills, voice lines, and playstyles. Whether it's the grizzled vet with C4 expertise or the tech genius who auto-hacks turrets, no two runs feel the same. 3. Hundreds of zombies. Zero chill. When the waves hit, they hit hard. We're talking screen-filling hordes that come sprinting, crawling, and exploding at you, turning every match into a desperate last stand. Number 4. Build your fortress in real time. Mid-battle construction lets you set up barricades, motion-triggered turrets, electrified floors, and ammo depots. Fortify or die trying. Every second you're not building is a second closer to being overrun. 5. Evolving undead enemies. Don't get comfortable. As the waves progress, zombies mutate. They get smarter, faster, harder to kill. Some dodge traps, others tank bullets. The final waves? Pure nightmare fuel. 6. An arsenal that's absolutely bonkers, from double-barreled shotguns and flamethrowers to deployable laser turrets and rocket-propelled office chairs. Yes, you read that right. If it explodes, electrifies, or slices, it's probably in your loadout. Number 7, shockingly polished visuals for an indie title. Powered by Unreal Engine, the lighting, gore effects, and animations look AAA tier, especially when the battlefield is lit up by fire, lightning, and the glow of a dozen turrets on overdrive. 8. Co-op is beautiful chaos. Team up with friends for shared mayhem, coordinate defenses, or steal ammo. Watch each other's backs or get baited into a trap for laughs. Betrayals are optional. Screaming is guaranteed. 9. Each map tells a story. From crumbling suburbs to eerie research labs, every location is packed with secrets, lore logs, hidden upgrades, and tactical environmental features like choke points, gas leaks, and power switches. 10. A game that keeps evolving. The devs are constantly adding fresh content, new survivors, new weapons, wild enemy variants, and seasonal events like pumpkin bomb zombies or snowmen that explode. No 2 months are ever the same. This isn't survival horror. This is survival warfare. Loud, fast, strategic, and relentless. If you've ever wanted to outsmart the undead while unleashing total mechanical mayhem, this is your perfect storm. So, grab your turret, load every magazine, and get ready for the most fun you've ever had staring down the apocalypse. Sometimes the greatest games aren't the ones with the biggest budgets. They're the ones that dare to be different. Whether it's spine-tingling horror, gritty crime, nostalgic throwbacks, or full-blown chaos, these 5 titles don't just deserve to be remembered. They deserve to be played. They flew under the radar, but they hit hard. So now the spotlight's on them. Which one will you jump into first?